In a quiet town nestled between rolling hills, there lived a girl named Lily. She was vibrant and full of life, with dreams that reached as high as the sky. But recently, she felt an emptiness in her heart. Her best friend, Max, had moved away to a big city for a new job, and ever since, everything felt different. It was as if a piece of her had been taken along with him. Lily remembered the day Max told her about the job offer. They sat on their favorite park bench, surrounded by blossoming cherry trees. "I have to take this opportunity, Lily," he sighed, his eyes shining with excitement. But as he spoke, she felt her heart sink. She wanted him to succeed, but the thought of him leaving made her feel lonely. After Max moved, the days turned into weeks, and Lily struggled to adjust. She missed their long talks, the laughter they shared, and the way he always seemed to know how to cheer her up. The silence in her room felt heavy, and her favorite songs no longer brought her joy. She often found herself staring at her phone, wishing he would text or call. But the messages were few and far between. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Lily sat on the same park bench where they had shared so many memories. The cherry blossoms danced in the gentle breeze, but her heart felt as still as the pond nearby. She pulled out her phone and stared at it, debating whether to send a message to Max. What would she say? "Hey, I miss you." It felt too simple, too vulnerable. Taking a deep breath, Lily finally typed a message. "Hey Max, how are you? I miss you." She hesitated before pressing send, feeling a wave of anxiety wash over her. What if he didn't reply? What if he was too busy with his new life? After a few minutes that felt like hours, her phone chimed. She quickly opened the message, her heart racing. It was from Max. "Hey, I miss you too. Things are really busy here, but I'd love to catch up. Let's video call this weekend?" Lily's heart soared. She felt a flicker of hope ignite within her. They set a time for their call, and as the weekend approached, she could hardly contain her excitement. She spent hours preparing, tidying her room and picking out the perfect outfit. It felt like a special occasion, and she wanted to look her best. When the day finally arrived, Lily sat in front of her computer, her heart pounding with anticipation. She logged into the video call and waited. Moments later, Max's face appeared on the screen, and her heart melted. He looked happy, with a big smile that lit up his face. "Lily, you look great," he exclaimed. "Thanks. So do you," she replied, her worries slipping away as they began to talk. They shared stories about their lives, their dreams, and the things that made them laugh. It was as if no time had passed at all, and for that hour, the distance between them faded. But as the call came to an end, Lily felt a pang of sadness. "I wish you were still here," she confessed, her voice barely above a whisper. "I miss our adventures." "I miss them too," Max replied, his expression turning serious. "But we can still have adventures, even from far away. We just have to find new ways to connect." His words sparked an idea in Lily's mind. What if we start a project together? She suggested, excitement bubbling up inside her. "We could create a blog about our adventures, yours in the city and mine here. We can share our experiences and stay connected." Max's eyes lit up. "That's a brilliant idea. Let's do it." They spent the next hour brainstorming ideas for their blog, and Lily felt a renewed sense of purpose. Despite the distance, they were still a team, and they could still support each other's dreams. Over the following weeks, they worked hard on their blog, sharing stories, photos, and even videos. Lily wrote about the beauty of her town, the cherry blossoms, and the little moments that made her smile. Max shared his experiences in the city, from exploring new neighborhoods to trying out different foods. Each post brought them closer, and their friendship grew stronger. As time went on, Lily realized that their bond was not defined by physical proximity. It was built on understanding, shared dreams, and the willingness to support each other, no matter how far apart they were. Whenever she felt lonely, she would read Max's posts or watch their video calls, reminding herself that he was still a part of her life. One day, as she sat in her room writing a new blog post, an idea struck her. She wanted to surprise Max by visiting him in the city. She knew it would be a challenge, but she felt excited at the thought of seeing him again. It would be their first adventure together since he left. With determination in her heart, Lily began to plan her trip. She saved money from her part-time job and researched the best ways to travel. As the date approached, she felt a mix of nerves and excitement. This was more than just a visit. It was a way to reconnect and remind both of them that their friendship could thrive, regardless of the space between them. Finally, the day arrived. Lily boarded the bus, her heart racing with anticipation. As the city came into view, she couldn't help but smile. When she reached Max's apartment, she knocked on the door, her heart pounding. When he opened the door, his eyes widened in surprise. "Lily!" he exclaimed, pulling her into a warm embrace. In that moment, all the distance, the loneliness, and the sadness melted away. They stood there, laughing and crying, finally together again. As they explored the city, Lily felt a sense of joy she hadn't experienced in a long time. They visited parks, tried new foods, and created memories that would last a lifetime. It was as if the distance had only made their friendship stronger. At the end of her visit, as they stood on that same park bench where they first imagined their blog, Lily turned to Max. "You know, I used to feel so distant from you. I thought our friendship would fade away. But I realize now that true connections can overcome any distance." Max smiled and nodded. "Absolutely. Just like the princess who chose the human nobody wanted, we found a way to stay connected against all odds." In that moment, Lily felt a wave of hope wash over her. She knew that no matter where life took them, they would always find a way back to each other. Their friendship was a testament to resilience, love, and the power of connection, proving that even when faced with distance, true bonds can shine brighter than ever. Lily couldn't shake the happiness from her recent visit with Max. Their time together had reminded her of the strength of their friendship, but as she returned to her daily routine, she felt the familiar pang of distance creeping back in. Even though they had shared incredible memories in the city, now they were back in their separate worlds, each with their own challenges and routines. Back at home, Lily found herself staring at her phone more than usual, hoping for a message from Max. They had promised to keep in touch, but the days turned into weeks, and the excitement of their reunion began to fade into a dull ache of longing. She often wondered how he was doing. Was he still enjoying his new job? Was he making new friends? Did he think about her as much as she thought about him? One rainy afternoon, Lily sat at her desk, feeling particularly lonely. The sound of raindrops against the window matched her mood. She opened her laptop and looked at their blog, which had grown since her visit. They had shared photos and stories, but it still felt incomplete without Max's presence in her daily life. She missed their late-night chats, the laughter, and the way they could talk about anything. Determined to reconnect, Lily decided to write a heartfelt message to Max. She poured her feelings into the words, expressing how much she missed him and how their friendship meant the world to her. She felt vulnerable as she hit send, but she hoped that sharing her feelings would bring them closer again. The next morning, Lily awoke to the sound of her phone buzzing. She jumped out of bed, her heart racing, and quickly checked her messages. It was from Max. "Hey, Lily. I loved your last blog post. It made me smile. I miss you too. Let's plan a call this weekend." Lily's heart soared. She quickly replied, confirming their call and adding, I have something special to share with you. Excitement filled her as she thought about what she wanted to tell him. As the weekend approached, Lily felt a mix of anticipation and nerves. She wanted to surprise Max with an idea. She had been working on a virtual project that could bring them even closer. She envisioned a joint video series where they could share their daily lives, challenges, and even fun little adventures. It would be a way to keep their connection alive, no matter the distance. When the time for their call arrived, Lily sat in front of her laptop, her heart pounding. Max appeared on the screen, and his smile instantly brightened her day. Hey, it's so good to see you, he said, his voice warm and cheerful. It's great to see you too, Lily replied, her excitement bubbling over. I have a new idea for our blog that I think you'll love. Oh, what is it? Max leaned in, his curiosity piqued. I was thinking we could start a video series. We could share clips of our daily lives, our favorite places, and even challenges we set. For each other, it'd be like a virtual adventure. What do you think? Max's eyes widened with enthusiasm. That sounds amazing. We can call it Adventures Across the Distance. It'll be a way to keep our friendship exciting and maybe even inspire others who feel distant from their friends. Lily felt a rush of hope. They began brainstorming ideas for their first video. They decided to film their daily routines, from cooking meals to exploring local parks, and then share the experience through editing and commentary. The thought of working together on something creative filled Lily with. Lily felt a sense of joy every time she logged into her laptop to check the blog. After their first video project, she and Max had created a series of new videos, each one filled with laughter, stories, and shared experiences. Their followers were growing, and the comments filled with encouragement made her heart swell. But even with all the positive feedback, there were moments when the distance felt heavy again. One afternoon, after returning home from school, Lily opened her laptop and noticed that Max hadn't replied to her last message. She had sent him an idea for their next video, but hours passed without a response. A sinking feeling settled in her stomach. What if he was too busy? What if he was losing interest in their project? The thoughts raced through her mind, and she felt a wave of sadness wash over her. Lily remembered the first time she and Max had started the blog. They had been excited and full of ideas, but now it felt different. She wanted to reach out, to tell him how much their friendship meant to her, but fear held her back. What if her feelings weren't reciprocated? What if he had moved on? As the evening shadows grew longer, Lily decided to go for a walk to clear her head. She strolled through her neighborhood, the cool breeze brushing against her skin. The cherry blossoms were blooming again, and their sweet scent reminded her of the time she and Max had spent together in the park. She missed those moments, the laughter, the deep conversations, and the comfort of being together. Lily stopped at their favorite park bench and sat down, looking up at the sky. The stars were beginning to twinkle, and she felt a pang of longing. I wish you were here, Max, she whispered to the night. I feel so far away from you. Suddenly, her phone vibrated in her pocket. She pulled it out to find a message from Max. Hey, Lily. Sorry for the late reply. Things have been crazy with work. Can we talk tomorrow? Relief washed over her. He was still there, still invested in their friendship. The next day, they scheduled a call, and as soon as she saw Max's face on the screen, her heart filled with warmth. Hey, I missed you, she exclaimed, her smile brightening the room. Missed you too. I'm sorry I haven't been as active. Work has been really demanding, Max explained, running a hand through his hair. But I've been thinking about our videos and what we can do next. Lily felt a rush of excitement. I have an idea. What if we do a challenge video where we try to cook the same recipe, but using different ingredients based on what we can find in our own kitchens. It would be fun to see how it turns out. Max's eyes sparkled. That sounds awesome. I love it. Let's do it this weekend. As they discussed the details, Lily brought up her feelings of distance again. Sometimes I feel like I'm losing you, Max. I miss how close we were when you lived here. Max nodded, his expression serious. I get that. I feel it too. But I want you to know that our friendship is important to me, no matter where we are. We just need to keep finding ways to connect. His words gave Lily hope. You're right. We can make this work. I believe in us. They spent the rest of the call laughing and planning for their cooking challenge. When they hung up, Lily felt lighter. She realized that even though they were physically apart, they could still share experiences and support each other. The weekend arrived, and Lily was excited to film the cooking challenge. She gathered her ingredients and set up her camera, feeling like a chef ready for a show. When Max logged in, he was equally enthusiastic, showing off his ingredients and sharing his cooking space. Ready to get cooking? He asked, grinning. Absolutely, let's do this. As they began to cook, they joked and teased each other about their culinary skills. Max struggled with chopping vegetables, while Lily laughed at her own clumsiness with the measuring cups. They shared stories about their favorite meals and even tried to guess each other's cooking methods. The laughter flowed easily, and for that hour, the distance felt like a minor detail. When it came time to taste their dishes, they both took a bite and made exaggerated faces. This is interesting, Max said, pretending to struggle with the flavor. Lily burst into laughter. I think I might have added too much salt. After they wrapped up filming, they edited the video together, sharing their thoughts and ideas. The entire process brought them closer, reinforcing the bond they had built over time. As they wrapped up for the night, Lily felt a sense of accomplishment and connection. I'm really glad we did this, she told Max. It reminded me of how much fun we can still have together. Me too, Max replied. You're my best friend, Lily. Distance can't change that. As the days passed, they continued to create videos, each one filled with joy and laughter. They explored new themes and challenges, and with every project, their friendship deepened. But even with their growing success, Lily sometimes felt the weight of loneliness creeping back in. One evening, while editing their latest video, she paused and stared at the screen. She thought about the times they had spent together in person, the adventures they had shared, and the dreams they had built. She wanted to bring that back, to create memories that felt real and not just digital. An idea sparked in her mind. What if I visit you again, Max? She said during their next call. We could film a special video together and spend time like we used to. Max's eyes lit up. That would be amazing. I'd love to show you around the city, and we can make an awesome video together. Let's plan it. They spent the rest of the call making plans for her visit. Lily felt a thrill of excitement as they discussed everything they would do. She realized that even though they had been apart, they could still create new memories and enjoy each other's company. As the date of her visit approached, Lily prepared for the journey. She packed her bags with care, bringing along her camera and a few special items to share with Max. Each item felt like a piece of her heart, a reminder of their friendship. When the day finally came, Lily boarded the bus with a smile on her face. The journey felt like a dream as she thought about seeing Max again. When she arrived at his apartment, she knocked on the door, her heart racing with anticipation. When Max opened the door, his face broke into a wide grin. Lily, you made it. He pulled her into a warm embrace, and in that moment, all the distance melted away. I'm so glad to be here, she said, feeling the joy bubble up inside her. Together, they spent the day exploring the city, visiting new places, and filming their special video. They laughed, shared stories, and created memories that would last a lifetime. As they stood together on the park bench where they had first imagined their video series, Lily turned to Max. "You know, it feels like we've always been connected, even when we were far apart. Our friendship is like a bridge that spans any distance." Max smiled, nodding in agreement. "Just like the princess who chose the human nobody wanted, we found a way to make our friendship shine, no matter where we are." In that moment, Lily felt a rush of hope and joy. She knew that their bond was unbreakable, and together they would continue to create adventures and memories, reminding each other that love and friendship can overcome any distance. Asterisk. Lily's visit with Max had been everything she hoped for and more. They spent days exploring the city, creating videos, and laughing like they were kids again. But as the visit came to an end, Lily felt a familiar heaviness in her heart. She didn't want to leave. The thought of going back to her quiet life without him felt daunting. On the last night of her visit, they sat together on the rooftop of Max's apartment, watching the sunset paint the sky in shades of orange and pink. The city lights began to twinkle below them, and Lily felt grateful for the time they had shared. But she also felt a pang of sadness. "I wish I could stay longer," she said softly, looking out at the horizon. Max turned to her, his expression serious. "Me too. But just because you're going back doesn't mean we can't stay connected. We've built something really special, and I want that to continue." Lily nodded, but uncertainty crept in. "I know, but it's hard sometimes. I miss you more when I'm not here. What if things change again?" "Things might change, but that doesn't mean we can't adapt," Max replied. "We'll find ways to make it work, just like we always have. Distance is just a challenge, not a barrier." His words gave Lily hope. They talked late into the night, planning new projects and ways to keep their friendship alive. They decided to schedule regular video calls, share weekly challenges, and even send each other care packages filled with little surprises. The idea of sending a piece of her world to Max excited her. When the morning came, Lily packed her bags with a heavy heart. Max helped her carry her things to the bus station, and they talked about their plans for the future. "I'll send you a care package next week," she promised. "And I can't wait to hear about all your new adventures." "I'll send you one too. I'll fill it with things from the city and maybe a little something special," Max said with a grin. As they hugged goodbye, Lily felt tears in her eyes. "I'll miss you," she whispered. "I'll miss you too. But remember, this isn't the end. Just the beginning of a new chapter," he reassured her. With one last wave, Lily boarded the bus, looking back at Max until he disappeared from view. The ride home felt long, and her heart ached with every passing mile. She thought about their promise to stay connected and wondered if they would really be able to keep it up. Once she was home, life settled back into its routine. Lily threw herself into her schoolwork and tried. Lily sat at her desk, her heart racing with excitement. The digital scrapbook she had created with Max had become a beautiful collection of their memories, filled with laughter, dreams, and shared experiences. They had even published their blog post about maintaining friendships across distances, which received an overwhelming response. Readers from all over the world shared their stories and thanked them for the inspiration. It felt like they had built a little community together. However, even with all this positivity, Lily sometimes felt distant from Max. She missed the days when they could hang out in person, share ice cream, and talk about everything and nothing. The phone calls and video chats were wonderful, but they couldn't replace the warmth of being together. As the weeks went by, she found herself longing for that connection again. One rainy afternoon, as she flipped through the scrapbook, she felt a wave of nostalgia wash over her. She remembered their adventures, the late-night talks, the cooking challenge, and their rooftop sunset views. She wanted to create more memories, but how could she do that from so far away? Suddenly, an idea sparked in her mind. She remembered how much they enjoyed working together on the scrapbook and their videos. What if they planned a special project that involved both of their cities? It could be a way to reconnect and share their lives in a new way. Excited, Lily picked up her phone and sent Max a message. "Hey, I have an idea for our next project. Can we chat later?" Max quickly replied, "Of course, can't wait to hear it." Later that evening, they connected over video chat. Max appeared on the screen, his face lighting up with a smile. "Hey, Lily, what's your idea?" "I was thinking we could create a city swap project. We can each explore our towns, take videos and pictures, and share our experiences with each other. It would be like giving each other a tour, even from far away." Lily explained, her excitement bubbling over. Max's eyes widened. "That's a fantastic idea. We can show each other our favorite places, and maybe even try local foods. It'll be like an adventure without leaving our homes." "Yes, and we can film everything and put it together as a special video," Lily added. "It'll be a new way to connect and explore together." As they brainstormed ideas for the project, Lily felt a surge of hope. This was exactly what she needed to feel close to Max again. They made plans for how they would approach the project, setting a timeline for when they would each film their segments. Over the next few weeks, Lily dove into her part of the project with enthusiasm. She explored her town, visiting the local park, the coffee shop where she and Max used to hang out, and even the small bookstore they loved. She took her camera along, capturing the beauty of her surroundings. She filmed herself walking through the cherry blossom trees, their petals dancing in the breeze, and shared stories about what made each place special to her. During her explorations, she found herself talking to the camera as if Max were right there beside her. "This is the park where we had our first picnic," she said, smiling at the memories. "I wish you could be here to see it. I know you would love it." Each time she filmed, she felt more connected to Max. She sent him snippets of her footage, and he responded with excitement, urging her to keep going. "I can't wait to see more. This is going to be epic." Meanwhile, Max was busy exploring his city as well. He visited the bustling markets, tried new foods, and captured the vibrant energy of his surroundings. He sent Lily videos of himself, trying different dishes, and sharing the stories behind the places he visited. Watching his clips made Lily feel like she was experiencing the city alongside him. As they continued to work on the project, Lily felt a shift in her feelings. The distance that once felt heavy now felt lighter. They were creating something together, and it was bringing them closer, even if they were miles apart. One weekend, they scheduled a special video call to share their final footage. When they connected, both of them were buzzing with excitement. "Are you ready for this?" Max asked, his eyes sparkling. "Absolutely. I can't wait to see everything you filmed," Lily replied, her heart racing. They took turns sharing their videos, laughing and commenting on each other's adventures. Max's excitement over the local food he tried was contagious, and Lily found herself grinning from ear to ear as he described the flavors. "You have to come here and try it with me. I'll be your personal tour guide," he said playfully. It was Lily's turn. She shared her footage of the cherry blossoms and the little bookstore. "This is my favorite place, and I wish you could be here to enjoy it with me," she said, her voice filled with warmth. "But I feel like you're here with me in spirit." As they watched each other's clips, they laughed, cheered, and even wiped away a few tears. The project was turning into something truly special, a celebration of their friendship and the beauty of both their worlds. When they finished watching, Max leaned closer to the camera. "Lily, this has been amazing. I feel like I know your town so much better now, and it makes me miss you even more." But it also makes me realize that we can keep doing this. We can keep sharing our lives. Lily nodded, her heart swelling with hope. Yes, we can turn this into a regular thing. We can explore new themes, try new challenges, and keep our friendship alive. Distance doesn't have to hold us back. Max smiled, his eyes shining with excitement. Exactly. We're like the princess and the human who found a way to connect. Against all odds. Our friendship is stronger than any distance. With renewed energy, they began to plan their next project. They decided to create a series of videos focused on challenges that would push them out of their comfort zones. They would share their experiences and encourage each other every step of the way. Over the next few months, they continued to explore, create, and support each other. The distance that once felt daunting was now just a part of their journey. They had turned their feelings of loneliness into hope and connection, proving that friendship could thrive no matter the miles in between. One evening, as they wrapped up another successful video call, Lily looked at Max, feeling grateful for everything they had built together. Thank you for always being there. Max, you make me feel like I can conquer anything, even from far away. Max smiled back, his eyes filled with warmth. And thank you for being the best friend anyone could ask for. We've created something beautiful, and I know we'll keep doing it. No matter what, we'll always find a way to stay connected. In that moment, Lily knew that they were on a journey together, filled with hope, adventure, and the promise of a friendship that would last a lifetime. No matter the distance, they were bound by love and creativity, proving that true connections could shine brightly, lighting up the darkest paths. Asterisk Lily sat at her desk, staring at her laptop screen. The digital scrapbook project with Max had been a huge success, and their friendship felt stronger than ever. They had shared adventures, laughter, and challenges, all while being miles apart. Yet, even with all the excitement, a feeling of sadness crept back into her heart. She missed Max deeply and longed for the days when they could spend time together in person. As the weeks passed since their last big project, life had become a routine again. School kept her busy, but the evenings felt empty without Max's company. They still video called regularly and shared updates, but it wasn't the same as sitting side by side, laughing over snacks and talking for hours. One rainy afternoon, Lily decided to take a break from her studies. She opened up their scrapbook and flipped through the pages filled with memories. The photos of their adventures brought a smile to her face, but the ache of distance tugged at her heart. She wanted to create more memories, but how could she do that when Max lived so far away? Suddenly, an idea sparked in her mind. What if they planned a special reunion? They could meet halfway between their two towns for a weekend of fun and adventure. Lily felt a rush of excitement at the thought. She quickly grabbed her phone to message Max. Hey, I have an idea. What if we plan a reunion? We could meet halfway and spend a weekend together. She typed, her fingers flying over the screen. After a few moments, Max replied, That sounds amazing. I'd love to. Where should we meet? Lily thought for a moment. How about that beautiful lake we talked about? It's about halfway between us, and we can have a picnic and explore. Perfect. When can we go? Max's enthusiasm made her heart soar. They decided on a weekend 2 weeks away. With the date set, Lily felt a renewed sense of hope. She started planning everything in her mind. What to pack, what food to bring, and all the fun activities they could do together. The idea of seeing Max again filled her with joy. As the day approached, Lily's excitement grew. She spent time packing a bag with her favorite snacks, a blanket for their picnic, and even a small gift for Max, a little toy that reminded her of their adventures. She wanted to make this reunion special. When the day finally arrived, Lily woke up early, her heart racing with anticipation. She dressed quickly and grabbed her bag before heading out. The bus ride felt short because she was so excited. She thought about all the things they would do together. When she arrived at the lake, the sun was shining and the water sparkled like diamonds. She found a perfect spot under a big oak tree and laid out the blanket. Then she waited, her heart fluttering with excitement. A little while later, she saw Max walking toward her, a huge smile on his face.